Welcome to Self-Care Blueprint, your gateway to a life of joy and fulfillment. Join us for the Boundary Breaker's Guide to Emotional Well-Being, setting boundaries for a thriving life. From meditation to embracing self-love, we'll empower you to embrace your true potential. Get ready to dive in, ignite your self-love, and transform your life. Let's begin this incredible journey. In our modern society, where constant connectivity and demands are the norm, our emotional well-being often takes a backseat. However, by understanding the significance of emotional well-being and the role boundaries play in our lives, we can reclaim control over our happiness and create a thriving life. 1. Understanding the significance of emotional well-being. Emotional well-being refers to our ability to manage our emotions, cope with stress, and maintain a healthy mental state. It is the foundation upon which we build a fulfilling and purposeful life. When our emotional well-being is compromised, it affects our relationships, productivity, and overall quality of life. 2. Defining boundaries and their role in our lives. Boundaries are personal limits that define acceptable behavior, actions, and interactions. They act as guidelines that protect our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. By setting boundaries, we establish clear expectations for ourselves and others, which fosters healthy relationships and reduces stress. 3. Identifying the need for boundaries. Recognizing the need for boundaries is the first step toward creating a thriving life. It involves self-reflection and understanding our limits, values, and priorities. By identifying areas of our lives that require boundaries, we can take proactive steps to protect our well-being. 4. Establishing personal boundaries. Recognizing your limits and priorities. Before setting boundaries, it is essential to recognize our limits and priorities. Take the time to assess your physical, emotional, and mental boundaries. Understand what drains your energy and what brings you joy. By prioritizing self-care and aligning your boundaries with your values, you can create a solid foundation for a thriving life. Communicating your boundaries clearly. Once you have defined your boundaries, it is crucial to communicate them clearly to others. Use assertive and respectful communication to express your needs and expectations. Clearly articulate what is and isn't acceptable to you. Effective communication ensures that your boundaries are respected and understood. Assertiveness and self-advocacy. Being assertive and practicing self-advocacy go hand in hand with setting boundaries. Stand up for yourself and your needs. Practice saying no without guilt and prioritize self-care. By being assertive, you empower yourself and create a balanced and fulfilling life. 5. Boundaries in relationships. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding. Setting boundaries is essential for nurturing healthy connections. Nurturing healthy relationships through boundaries. Boundaries promote respect, trust, and emotional well-being in relationships. They provide a framework for open communication, allowing individuals to express their needs and preferences. By setting and honoring boundaries, we create an environment where both parties feel heard, valued, and supported. Setting boundaries with family and friends. Family and friends are integral parts of our lives. However, sometimes we may encounter situations where our boundaries are challenged. It is important to communicate our boundaries clearly and assertively. Establishing boundaries with loved ones ensures that relationships remain healthy, respectful, and supportive. Boundaries in romantic relationships. In romantic relationships, setting boundaries is crucial for maintaining a healthy balance between individuality and togetherness. Clearly define your needs, expectations, and deal breakers. Respect each other's boundaries and work together to create a strong foundation based on trust and communication. 6. Boundaries at work. The boundary between work and personal life has become increasingly blurred in today's society. Establishing boundaries at work is essential for maintaining a healthy work-life balance. Maintaining work-life balance. Setting boundaries in the workplace allows you to prioritize self-care and prevent burnout. Clearly define your working hours and avoid excessive overtime. Communicate your availability and make time for activities outside of work that bring you joy and fulfillment. Setting professional boundaries. In a professional setting, it is crucial to set boundaries with colleagues and clients. Clearly define your role and responsibilities, and communicate your limits. Avoid taking on excessive workloads or engaging in unhealthy competition. By setting professional boundaries, you create a positive and supportive work environment. 7. Digital boundaries in the digital age. In today's digital age, managing technology usage and protecting our privacy online are essential for our emotional well-being. Managing technology usage. Technology has revolutionized the way we live and communicate. However, excessive screen time and constant connectivity can negatively impact our well-being. Set boundaries around technology usage, such as limiting social media scrolling or designating device-free zones. Prioritize real-life connections and engage in activities that nourish your soul. Protecting your privacy online. With the prevalence of online platforms, protecting our privacy has become increasingly important. Establish clear boundaries regarding the personal information you share online. Regularly review your privacy settings and be cautious about the information you disclose. By setting digital boundaries, you safeguard your online well-being. 8. Self-care and boundaries. Self-care is vital for maintaining emotional well-being. Setting boundaries plays a crucial role in prioritizing self-care. Prioritizing self-care. Make self-care a non-negotiable part of your routine. Set aside time for activities that recharge and rejuvenate you. Whether it's practicing mindfulness, engaging in hobbies, or taking care of your physical health, prioritize self-care to nurture your emotional well-being. Saying no without guilt. Learning to say no without guilt is an essential aspect of setting boundaries. Understand that it is okay to decline requests or obligations that do not align with your priorities or values. By saying no when necessary, you create space for activities and relationships that bring you joy and fulfillment. 9. Maintaining and adjusting boundaries. Setting boundaries is not a one-time event. It requires regular reflection and evaluation. Reflection and self-evaluation. Periodically reflect on your boundaries and assess their effectiveness. Consider whether they are still aligned with your values and goals. Identify any areas where adjustments may be necessary and be open to refining your boundaries as needed. Flexibility and adaptability. Life is dynamic, and circumstances change. Be flexible and adaptable in your boundaries. Recognize that certain situations may require adjustments to accommodate new experiences or relationships. Maintain a healthy balance between firmness and adaptability. 10. The benefits of setting boundaries. By setting and maintaining boundaries, you unlock a multitude of benefits in your life. Some benefits for setting boundaries include: enhances self-esteem and self-worth. Improves relationships by promoting mutual respect and understanding. Reduces stress and prevents burnout. Fosters work-life balance and personal fulfillment. Empowers you to prioritize self-care and well-being. Remember, emotional well-being is a precious asset that requires intentional nurturing. By setting boundaries in all areas of our lives, we create a foundation for a thriving existence. Prioritize your emotional well-being by defining and communicating your boundaries, nurturing healthy relationships, and practicing self-care. Boundaries are an essential tool for living a fulfilling and balanced life. Frequently asked questions. 1. How do boundaries contribute to emotional well-being? Boundaries protect our emotional well-being by defining acceptable behavior and interactions, fostering healthy relationships, and reducing stress. 2. What are some signs that indicate the need for boundaries? Signs include feeling overwhelmed, being unable to say no, experiencing resentment, and feeling constantly drained. 3. How do I communicate my boundaries effectively? Communicate your boundaries clearly, assertively, and respectfully. Use I statements and express your needs and expectations. 4. Can boundaries change over time? Yes, boundaries can evolve as circumstances and relationships change. Regular reflection and self-evaluation are essential to maintaining healthy boundaries. 5. How can I prioritize self-care while setting boundaries? Prioritize self-care by setting aside time for activities that nourish your well-being and learning to say no without guilt when necessary. If you had a great time watching this video, please show your support by hitting the like button, leaving a comment and subscribing to my channel. Stay focused on your self-care journey. Thank you for watching.